Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Weekly Fix with your host, Phixem. And it's not, it's we're a little bit late on the news, but we're about, I want to say a week or two behind. But there is, jumping right into it, a new Star Wars open world coming out by Ubisoft. Now, just to give, for those who are just catching up on this stuff, I just want to give just a little bit of information on it. So apparently, Star Wars in their licensing is not solely on EA anymore, which is phenomenal news. We know it's phenomenal news. It's great. Apparently, EA is still going to be making games. However, they're not going to be the only ones that make it. Uh, Given what we know with a lot of the track record that EA has, so that's great. That's phenomenal news. We absolutely need competition in the gaming world to when it comes to Star Wars, and it should be in sports games also. But we're on Star Wars, so we're going to stick with that. So we got Ubisoft and EA with the same license, and Ubisoft has been given the task of making a open world Star Wars game. So that is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, uh, what do we know about Ubisoft? Ubisoft has not always been the most reliable when it comes to games. They have had some shady practices, especially with with the original Watch Dogs that came out. I'm a personal fan of Watch Dogs 2, especially because um, the main character's name is my name, Marcus. So it's great. However, it was a big thing in E3 with the first Watch Dogs, and when the original Watch Dogs came out, and then the actual game was something, like the graphics were a little bit dialed down, probably more than a little bit. But anyway, this new open world Star Wars game got me thinking, and we can dream a little bit. We can dream. We can put together our thoughts and have these ideas of what we want. And some of the things, certain things came to my mind, and I was thinking to myself, like, you know what? There's a few things I would actually like. I would actually like in a Star Wars game, and and I made it. I listed a couple of them, and I hope I see them in the game. If I don't, uh, I'm going to be sad. However, I definitely have a few things that I want to see for myself. First of all, I would like Ubisoft to when they're coming out with this open world. I would like them to make the game feel like it's not Division Two or one of one of their other titles. I want it to feel like a Star Wars game. Like I want and how do I say this? Like I don't want it to feel like they just threw a skin on top of Death like a Division Two, added some Star Wars characters, bam, you got a bunch of people running around with lightsabers. And the thing is, it's not so much as I have a problem with people running around with lightsabers. I just wanted to, I guess I just wanted to feel a little bit more authentic. Maybe when you're at like when you're at a bar or something like that, or doing all this other stuff. All right, well let's do that. Let's 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 you can see all the other mercenaries and bounty hunters and people who want to walk around in Mandalorian armor and all the Jedi's and stuff like that, maybe sitting there, Sith and all these other people. But it makes me think some of the things that I want to see, and that's probably the first. I kind of wanted to look and feel and give me all the warm and fuzzies that a Star Wars universe would look like. I want to be able to. I definitely want to be able to fly to different planets. That's my second point. I want to fly to different planets. I want to be able to possibly buy a fighter, possibly a TIE fighter. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe even a large scale ship, something like that, spacecraft. That would be great. I would love to be able to get me a little flight crew or something like that to be able to fly from different place to place. I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, kind of reminiscent of Knights of the Old Republic, where you could have yourself a little crew that was on board, and you flew different planets to planets. I would love that. I would love that. You have certain missions that are specifically around certain planets, because I mean, if certain things are specific to certain areas, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Another thing that I would like is I would definitely like depth when it comes to Jedi. Jedi's in they are the core of what it is to be a Jedi. Like, if I am going to be a Jedi, I would like to be able to go through the Jedi Academy. If I would like to be a Sith, I would like to be able to go to the Sith Academy. So it's not this one thing where you just jump in, you're given a color, you get a lightsaber, go find your color kyber crystal, boom, 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 get a lightsaber. I think if you become a Sith, it should be like what I remember in comic books, where you get a lightsaber. However, you have to you have to do things to turn that light say like you have to do things to make that kyber crystal bleed so it turns red, because if I remember correctly, kyber crystals are not originally red. They're turned red because they're forced to bleed, if I can remember correctly. And even if I am wrong, I do like that idea. I feel like it makes the Sith feel a little bit more harsh, a little more deadly, a little more gritty, and I like that. Far as the Jedi, I feel like there's a certain way you have to live if you want to be a Jedi. If you're going to be, I imagine there's going to be bonuses and advantages to each one, but I feel like if you're allowed to align yourself with the Jedi Council or the Sith, or the Republic, there should be some benefits. There should be some benefits, like, to that, and it should be something that I guess also what I'm saying is I would not want it to be, how can I put it, something that you just kind of jump into in the next 30 minutes and all of a sudden you're a Jedi or a Sith. I think it'd be something you should work for. And I do like the fact of titles. So I do like the fact, like, I would like the fact that as you rank up, you get certain titles, Sith or Darth or Jedi Knight or a Jedi Council member or something like that. And I definitely would like that. I definitely would like that. And the one thing, and just adding on to some of the things I was looking forward to, the idea, the time period you were in. Like, if and maybe it's just me, I personally don't care what time period, but if I had to pick, I would probably have to go back into I like the KOTOR days, so I would like to probably go back and deal with that Darth Nihilus era, and the other Sith Lords around that time, and Revan, and Jolie Bendo, and a lot of those guys around that era. I would really, really like that, especially Jolie Bendo, because he was more on the gray side. I know there's a debate on gray Jedi, but for the sake of conversation, Jolie Bendo was just kind of his own person, and I just kind of like that. I kind of like that. I have so many things, like different styles too, with Jedi weaponry, like lightsabers. Not necessarily Jedi weaponry, because it's not solely on Jedi, but lightsabers styles. There's like different. I think it's about like I want to say five or six different lightsaber styles, and I would like to be able to, just to really be able to craft and to really be able to build my character into the type of person that I want them to be. So if I decide that I want to be a Mandalorian, I have to, I'm go to that planet. I go to that planet. I listen to them. I follow what they say. I'm like, I follow their academy or their approach. I don't know how Mandalorians go about. I know they're invaders. I know they're very savage invaders. But to be able to, if I want to be a Mandalorian, I have to go through that process. Um, and and I think, and here's a funny thing. One of the things also I was thinking about, just on top of that, just as as we have all these different things that we would love in this open world Star Wars game, like some of the mini and small activities that you can do, like playing Pazak. I enjoyed that. Um, be able to like be able to do swoop races. That'd have been so great. Swoop races and Pazak games and having tournaments in both. Like imagine how lively that would make. You would have like a whole subset of players that are just like, I'm here for the races. I'm here so I can, I'm here so I can make money off of racing. I think that would be so cool to be able to do swoop races, to go to different places, and actually like have like, like have a lot of depth in that. Like if I'm a Pazak player and I'm and they have like a ranked leaderboard of Pazak players, like you rank high, you can play against top Pazak players. Like I think that would be really, really, really dope. I think that would be cool, and I am mandating that needs to be in the game like yesterday. Like Star Wars is one of those franchises that I have somewhat of a love-hate relationship. However, I love it more than I hate it. I enjoy the movies. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of debate back and forth on who likes what, and I just kind of I kind of take it for what it is and just kind of enjoy it for what it is, uh, and just kind of enjoy that whole process. But if you're asking me what I like, traveling from different planets, being able to buy, different fighters, fighters or a Tie fighter or something like that. Being able to, build a crew. I know there's probably going to be able to, have clans and stuff like that. But make clans like somewhat a subset of what side you're on, the light or the dark. Like I think that'll be cool. So like you have to be on one side or the other. You know what I mean? So I would definitely like that. I would definitely like that. Different planets, Hoth, Naboo, I'm like Kashyyyk, or I can't remember how to pronounce it. I think it's Kashyyyk. Tatooine, Dantooine. I love all of that, and I would love for all of that to be dumped into the game. It would be great. And for me, um, and even though I'm not super big on PvP, I feel like that should be a thing. I feel like there should be heavy emphasis on PvP in a sense of the universe, and when you know about legendary Jedi or legendary Sith lords, there's certain people who just stand out amongst the others, and Revan was a big favorite when it came out, and I feel like people should pursue stuff like that. There should be something to pursue in PvP when you just got somebody who's just that good, you know who's just that good, and I'll leave that part. I'll probably leave. I would like to see it fleshed out because I think it'll be cool. But I know I'm going to be mostly focused on the PvP side, traveling from places and exploring a lot of things, and maybe dabbling in some swoop races myself, and a couple Bazak games, and maybe have me my own little crew. Like imagine if like you didn't have the Millennium Falcon, but you had something like it. You know what I mean? Like you had your own ship that you can customize and build and fight with. Like you can add things to the ship and you can make money. And like I don't know if you guys ever played Elite Dangerous, but like you can do like missions where you're just transporting cargo. Imagine if your job was to like transport just black market cargo to different places. Oh, that would be cool. Like different ways to make money, different ways to do this stuff. That would be really cool. That would be really cool, and I would like to see that in the Star Wars game. But alas, I have to taper all these emotions because it is Ubisoft. And sometimes Ubisoft hits, sometimes Ubisoft doesn't. So, that being said, I'm going to try to hold all this excitement because my brain is just going to go everywhere and think about all these great things that I want to see in this game. However, I'm optimistic. I might end up biting me in the butt. I know some of my friends, they're not big Ubisoft fans, rightfully so, but I want to see more. I want to see more. I definitely want to see more. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging around. This was a little bit shorter than the last podcast, but I thank you guys for sticking around the last. I thank you guys for sticking around this podcast and hanging around for the time I do have. And till the next episode, I'll see you again soon. Peace.